Welcome, listeners, to another episode of Another Lecture. I am Professor Alexei, your host for today. Joining me is my insightful doctoral student, Priyanka. Today, we shall delve into the specifics of Kraven the Hunter, a film from 2024 that brings ingenuity to the world of Marvel Comics adaptations.
Hi everyone, I'm Priyanka and I'm really excited to explore this topic with Professor Alexei. Kraven the Hunter is kind of a fascinating character with lots of depth.
Now, let's proceed to the next point. Kraven the Hunter in layperson terms refers primarily to a 2024 film that animates the Marvel Comics character into a cinematic experience, presenting him as a formidable adversary of Spider-Man. This evolution is encapsulated within a narrative that revives Kraven's storied past. To clarify, let's further define the Spider-Man universe, or SSU, which represents an interconnected film universe constructed by Sony. Its mission is to delve into the narratives of characters peripheral to Spider-Man, thereby expanding the audience's vistas beyond the dichotomy of the hero archetype.
Essentially, it's giving villains their own stage, right? I'm curious about why the SSU is interested in stories like Kraven's. It makes me wonder how this affects the superhero genre.
Indeed, Priyanka. It's crucial to understand that the narrative architecture of stories such as Kraven's signals a departure from traditional hero-centric tales towards the villainous and morally ambiguous individuals who inhabit this universe. This transition, to some extent, mirrors society's increasing fascination with complex character studies that reveal layers of ethical conundrums. We've historically observed challenges in accurately interpreting Kraven's character within cinematic ventures, which only enhances the stakes of this film's adaptation. To further elaborate on its background, Kraven the Hunter draws extensively from the rich comic book lore, bringing to the forefront his metamorphosis into the greatest of hunters. This is part of Sony's strategic ambition to accentuate stories of moral intricacy. It's crucial to note that Aaron Taylor Johnson, a thespian of notable repute, imbues the titular role with unparalleled emotional intensity. Kraven's story was championed for cinematic portrayal as early as 2017, but didn't officially embark on its production odyssey until March 2019. Richard Wenck's appointment as screenwriter in 2018 was a pivotal juncture.
Richard Wenck's role is so interesting, you know? I guess it's crucial to mold a superhero film that truly respects its comic origins while breaking new ground.
Indeed, to some extent. Allow me to share a personal anecdote. As a longtime admirer of comics, I must admit that there was considerable anticipation surrounding Kraven's cinematic depiction in the 2024 film. It was a merging of nostalgia with innovation, sparking a curiosity to witness how past comic experiences would transmute onto the silver screen. This logically leads us to our grand inquiries. What are the implications of granting Kraven his own standalone narrative within the SSU? The notorious Spider-Man universe has embarked on a strategic course to spotlight villains, thus diversifying its narrative repertoire. Priyanka, you raise an intriguing point, considering how this directional shift may redefine the essence of superhero genres.
Maybe it's just me, but isn't it interesting how giving more space to villains like Kraven can sort of reflect societal changes? How does this frame them as protagonists?
As we continue, this trend offers an altered lens through which we appraise villainy and heroism. The strategic pivot within SSU underscores an appetite for narratives rich in moral ambiguity and psychological depth, thus enriching its portfolio. Now, moving forward, how does the adaptation from Kraven's Last Hunt, an iconic comic storyline, inject narrative profundity into Kraven's portrayal? Richard Wenck's interpretation endeavors to balance the dual imperatives of fidelity to source material and original storytelling innovation.
I'm curious about whether staying true to Kraven's Last Hunt created tension with new storytelling. Do audiences feel satisfied with the adaptation?
It's important to understand that adaptations tread a fine line between homage and reinvention. The film, of course, faced critical scrutiny for balancing these elements, yet offering audiences a narrative with rich character introspection and complexity. Let's shift focus to our next question. What were the production hurdles, including financial disputes and release delays, that plagued Kraven the Hunter? The film encountered notable fiscal and logistical challenges, and its journey elucidated the volatile nature of cinematic production.
I often think about how delays and financial conflicts affect films like this one. Could this impact perceptions of superhero films in the broader industry?
To further elaborate, production complications offer a mirror to industry dynamics, challenging the interdependencies between budget allocations and creative output. The intricate dance of managing timelines amidst economic unpredictabilities invites ongoing scholarly inquiry into the operational structures of filmmaking. In conclusion, Kraven the Hunter situates itself as a multifaceted entry within the SSU, pivotal not just for its storyline, but for its broader implications on strategic positioning within superhero cinema. As we've discerned from our inquiries, and through the interplay of nostalgia, adaptation, and production dynamics, Kraven presents a new prism to visualize narratives. For those inclined to further explore these cinematic challenges and the broader theme of villain-centric narratives, I encourage your continued pursuits. Until our next enlightening discussion, may your journeys through the ever-expanding tapestry of cinematic arts be both rewarding and insightful.